everyone, I'm Catherine Immaculate. I'm one of the master trainers at EduBridge Learning Private Limited. So, thank you for joining my video session, and I have a very special surprise for you at the end of the session. And please don't forget to like my video, and if you like my video, please do subscribe our channel to get more amazing videos by our very own expert trainers, and please do watch it till the end to get your very special surprise. So today we are going to get into a very interesting topic that we usually does on a daily basis. So you must be wondering what is the topic is all about, right? So without any further delay, we'll get into our today's topic. So the topic for today is all about telephone etiquette. So now you all must be thinking, telephone skills are all that important? Because it is pretty easy to talk to someone over the phone, right? And yes, of course, it is. But have you ever thought that while talking to someone over the phone, the person who was on the other end was so unprofessional and so unethical and so uninterested? Right? Yes. Many a times we have come across this situation, and it is very important that others should not feel the same about us, right? So, effective telephonic conversation and telephonic skills are very important that it builds the level of confidence with the other person whom we are talking to. So, what is the very important thing that we need to focus in our professional conversation? Any ideas? Okay, let me tell you. Your tone of voice plays a very important role because the person whom you are talking to on the other end might not able to see you. That is right? Yes. So, your voice sets up the perception in other person's mind, especially when you're talking to that particular person for the very first time. Right? So, of course, the words which we use in our conversation is also important, but not as important as your tone in it. And for your information, your tone of voice covers 86% of your purpose of the call, and the words we use in it just covers only of about 14%. So it is very important for us to have a good tone of voice, but then how? So yes, we are going to have a deep discussion on that. So when we have a face-to-face conversation, it is pretty simple and easy for us to engage with the other person because we can easily understand their emotions by their facial expression, right? But then, since we are not visible in our telephonic conversation, how will the other person will able to picturize us? I'm going to help you with that in a very easy way with an acronym, picture. The first letter P in an acronym picture stands for pitch, where I have to decide whether my voice should be high or low in a conversation. And the second letter is I, which means inflection, which denotes intonation or modulation, where the rise and the fall of your voice in your conversation. And the third letter is C, which is your courtesy, and you have to be very politeful and respectful in a conversation. And the fourth letter is T. As I said earlier, the tone plays a very important role, and that gives you a greater strength in your conversation. And the fifth letter is U, which is understanding. You have to always acknowledge and listen to the other person who's on the phone. And the sixth letter is R, that is rate. So your rate should not be neither fast or slow. You have to follow a minimum and medium pace. And the last letter is E, which is enunciation. I have to say the words correctly and pronounce it correctly because I cannot use my own slang in any kind of professional conversation. So by this acronym picture, the person who's on the other end can able to picturize me, and that plays a very important role. The second most important thing in a professional telephonic conversation is the whole procedure. process situation where you had to call as customer care to get your query resolved, and that person must have put your call on hold for several more minutes, and that must have made you frustrated, and eventually you must have yelled at that person? Yes, right? So, the whole procedure in any telephonic conversation should be done in a certain way where the reason for holding the call should be very valid. The second one is always ask permission before putting the caller on hold. And third one, you have to tell them how long the delay would be. And fourth is you have to ask the particular person whether they want to be in the hold or not. And fifth one is you can even ask the person to call back if they require, if there is any kind of emergency. And the very important thing is you have to be courteous and politeful and professional. So these are the procedures for putting any call on hold. The third most important thing is transferring the call. So you have to transfer the call only when if you're unable to help the caller or if the call is meant for someone else. And remember, always ask permission before transferring the call. And second one is you have to transfer the call to the proper person and never transfer the call more than 2 times because the caller might get frustrated. And you can also give a helpful information before the completion of the transfer. And the final important part is ending a call. So always remember there should not be any queries at the end of the conversation, and you can even use a goodbye and thank you for calling to end the conversation. And always remember the caller has to drop down the receiver before you. And these are the basic things we have to follow in at telephone etiquette. So with that we can have an effective communication. And as we all know that first impressions are the last impressions, and the last impressions are the lasting impressions. So do follow all the telephone etiquette to get you a very good impression. Thank you for watching my video. Your support is very encouraging. So as a token of appreciation and in order to reveal the special surprise, I would like to offer you a special discount of 10% of all the courses available on our website www.edubridgeindia.com. You can use the coupon code of YouTube10 to get a special fee benefit. And please don't forget to like my video and please do subscribe to our channel. I wish you a very happy learning.